goodness. Okay. Oh, hi. Hi, baby. How was your day? Well, mine was good. I'm just sitting here writing, working on that French poetry. But tell me about you. How was work? Yeah? Alright. Yeah, no, I'm just working on some French poetry. It's could it could be worse actually. I really do enjoy French poetry. I I've always enjoyed French poetry. I mean, even at school, it was one of my favorite things to study. And now I have to study it again, but it's not yeah, it's not that much of a pain. I like it. Well, I really doubt you'd understand it. I mean, even I'm not supposed to understand it since, you know, they are the words, but you're supposed to, yeah, you're supposed to analyze it. You have to read and to understand what the author of this poem mean when he writes those words. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm a bit confused because I've been switching between French and English, and it's getting a bit exhausting. But whatever. Well, I think French poetry is beautiful. I mean, any poetry in the world is beautiful, but French one is complex. It's really worth it's worth it, you know, studying French poetry. It's worth it. Although I won't spend the entire year over this, it's worth it. It's worth wasting my time trying to understand the author's point of view and the author's meaning, but whatever. Well, I could read it to you if you'd like. I mean, explain it would be a bit difficult, but I could try. So, the title of this poem is Sensation, which is sensation in English, and it was written by Arthur Rimbaud, which who is a really famous French poet. I think, yeah, he wrote this poem um, during the 19th century, something like that. Yeah, I'm not a specialist, you know, I'm not a professional of French poetry. I'm just supposed to study this one. So yeah, it's a poem called Sensation de Arthur Rimbaud, and I think, well, I figured out it deals with the author wanting to, you know, escape the world and experience some freedom of mind, freedom of, yeah, just freedom in general, and he wants to feel something as beautiful and as I don't know, as beautiful and as free as love. Yeah, it's a kind of metaphor. I mean, the whole poem is a huge metaphor between love and freedom, I guess. So yeah, you want me to read it? All right. Okay, but just don't make fun of me, okay? Right. So it goes like. Par les soirs bleus d'été, j'irai dans les sentiers. Piqueté par les blés, fouler l'herbe menue, rêveur, j'en sentirai la fraîcheur à mes pieds. Je laisserai le vent baigner ma tête nue. Je ne parlerai pas, je ne penserai rien, mais l'amour infini me montera dans l'âme. Et j'irai loin, bien loin, comme un bohémien, par la nature, heureux, comme avec une femme. Don't look at me like that. Yeah, of course, I'm better at reading French than speaking English. Makes sense. Yeah. I told you it's about love and freedom and the will and the envy of feeling something as beautiful as love. And I like this poem actually. I really like it. I don't know. It's just so real and so deep somehow, and I think it's something we all felt at least once in our lives. So yeah, that's about it. The poet, he's called Arthur Rimbaud. Yeah, well, in English it sounds more like Arthur Rimbaud, I guess, something like that, but it's actually kind of weird saying his name in English since he's French. But yeah, he's one of my favorite French poet. I mean, yeah, I'm not that that involved in poetry, but you know, from everything we've studied at school, he's one of the main poet we study at school, and is one of my favorite because he always writes things about love, about freedom, about, you know, such simple yet complex feelings, and I like it. I really like it. I mean, I just told you I'm not that involved in poetry, but yeah, there's him, Arthur Rimbaud, there's Victor Hugo, of course, there's, well, let me check my lessons. Yeah, so Victor Hugo, who is really famous as well, who was actually, which one? I think you do know Jean de La Fontaine. He wrote, he's really famous because he wrote, how, I don't have the specific word I'm looking for, but he wrote poetry about animals. I mean, making, you know, similes and metaphors between humans and animals. He was basically criticizing the system. Yeah, I don't know if that's clear enough, but he was using animals as a metaphor to criticize humans. But yeah, that's yeah, the main thing about him. There was also Paul Verlaine, who wrote also poems about love. Yeah, basically there's a lot of French poets, but it's something we, you know, it's something you always study no matter which year you're in. Like, you study poetry at the elementary school, then you study it at middle school and then high school, and you even study it God, you even study it at college. But yeah, whatever. I just like it. That's a subject I always like because it's more personal and for once we're dealing with feelings. I mean, in schoolwork, usually you don't really deal with feelings, but here you can kind of identify and and just think about the poet's view, the poet's what the poet is expressing throughout his poems. So I'm sorry, you know what, I'm getting too emotional here. I'm just a bit tired. Yeah. Why don't we take a break together and, I don't know, do something? We could just sit on the sofa and drink something. How does that sound? Okay, perfect. Let's go.